It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. Got Jay Morgan Harder in the house, and we busy. It's a Friday. We got Jay Ham. Going to talk some hoops today at a little 11:30 to 12 action at 12 o'clock today. Doing a little bit of Hardwood because it feels so good. Got some great stories. Did you know at Auburn, their starting running back, we don't know.
Tank Bigsby.
No, he's gone to the NFL.
Oh,
he's gone to the national. He's gone to the NFL.
Are you impressed? I knew their running back last year, though.
I am. He was a third-round pick, by the way, this year in the NFL draft.
So when you hold your clipboard over the camera, no one can see your beautiful face on the internet, on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook.
I actually had to look up their now starting running back's name. That's why I pulled up.
Oh, no problem.
Because I should remember it, but it's kind of a little different. It's Jaquez Hunter, okay? But do you know something I found out today? Like, nobody knows if he's going to be able to start. I was looking at win totals in the SEC, overs and unders. I was doing a little bit of research on Auburn's
futures.
6.5, and I'm thinking to myself, if you look at their patty cake schedule, Auburn's got a pretty weak schedule this year, even though they're in the West.
Patty cake schedule.
I was thinking maybe they could get over, and I looked at it, and then I found something out. Jaquez Hunter, nobody knows if he's like eligible to play yet. You know why?
No, that's was my next question was why do we not know if he's eligible or not?
Because he shot a porno in the off season.
Oh, gross.
And he put it online. He didn't put it online, but somebody put it online. I don't know if it was the cameraman, the young lady participating, or him under an alias, and they were charging $5 to watch it. And of course it got out. Somebody's, one of the...
So what does the eligibility come into play? Does Auburn not allow students to be professional pornography actors?
You know what? I don't know about this, but
is there a specific team rule against being in a porno?
I mean, I got the information. I'm going to tell you what's I'm going to give you the DL during Hardwood at 12 o'clock today. So you'll find out.
Oh, a little tease.
We'll find out today about, number one, what's going on with my crazy man. And by the way, the one thing about that whole thing is like, who was the cameraman? You know what I'm saying?
Tripod.
No, it was moving around. Like,
that's his nickname.
Oh, the running backs?
No, the guy that operated the camera. He stars himself, but somebody has this. It's a communal activity, like someone's got to run the camera sometimes.
I got you.
So they work all sides,
I feel you on that one.
And also they run the camera behind the scenes as well.
Dude,
that was a lot of double entendre I threw at you at once there. I apologize.
That was putting out a whole lot out there. By the way, I got to put this out there. We're going to also do a little.
It came at you all at once.
We're going to do a little comparison today. You know how a lot of people. What do you think about Sean Payton as a football coach? Do you think that he is an amazing, amazing football coach?
Yeah, he's good.
Is he great?
Yeah.
Is he one of the all-time elites?
Oh, yeah.
What about Mike McCarthy?
Brian just screamed elite.
Yeah,
I'd have to say maybe not.
I mean, everybody's talking about how he's on the hot seat. He's going to call plays this year.
Mike McCarthy's always on the hot seat, though. I don't know if I'd put him on the hot seat. Would you put him on the hot seat?
If they don't play well this year, I'm guarantee you right now Jerry's going to say.
But doesn't he have a meet? Well, that might be true too. But that's true. Never mind. I rescind all statements.
You rescind all statements. The reason I bring it up is because Sean Payton went out on the attack yesterday, kind of. He was talking, and he said, this was all about the Jets, and it was about the Broncos last season.
It was always the Jets.
And then he brought up the Jets, which I thought was fascinating, and I'm going to get into this here in just a little bit because Sean Payton.
Oh, you stopped yourself, made it a tease.
I'm making it a little tease. I'm going to get into it just a little bit. Also, I'm going to compare today Lamar Jackson. I'm going Mike McCarthy, Sean Payton in football, and then on the field, Lamar Jackson and Justin Herbert. I heard some absolute lunacy statements yesterday about how Lamar Jackson is head and shoulders better than Justin Herbert. And I thought to myself, what kind of crack rock are you smoking or meth are you doing to come up with that?
You want to get upset about another one, too?
Yeah.
I got another one for you that'll make you upset. I can't remember what publication it was. They did like their top whatever players in the NFL, and Justin Fields was 12 spots ahead of Trevor Lawrence.
Are you joking?
I swear.
So I
Is
swear.
that not insane,
That's
man?
about as bad as 8 media members putting Vandy as winning the SEC
Well,
this
that's
year.
fun. That's not bad. That's fun. I endorse that.
I swear, I think they do this just to drive like people like me and you who take things too literal crazy.
Well, don't throw me into that because I love it.
Oh, you love it?
I
Oh,
would have done it. In fact, John, if I'm ever allowed to go to media days on behalf of this company, I would never embarrass this place that we work at. I'm very respectful of everything. But I would have so much fun. Oh, man. I mean, I would make a mockery of the whole thing.
Yes, I know you would ask amazing questions like
It's actually been my dream. When I was in college, man, I went to college in Birmingham for a period of time. I would apply every year to try and go, and I just wanted to go make a mockery of the whole thing.
hey, man, mockeries are good.
I'm outing myself, and I'll never get to go, unfortunately, at this point.
Um,
Because I've outed myself.
It's all right. I'll send you anyway. You know that.
Thanks,
now,
man.
Also, we got crazy news. Tiger fans have lost their mind. No offense to Tiger fans. You know, I'm a Tiger.
GTG.
I'm a Tiger alum. Went to the University of Memphis. Great. My parents went there.
Is that
A lot of
right?
people,
Wow.
yeah.
Legacy.
Hate to say it though, man.
So you're the legacy.
Hate to say it though, man. Like my daughters being rebels, man. Kind of them also. You know, Ole Miss being in the SEC and the Grove and all those things kind of pushed me away a little bit. Actually, it's made me more of a realistic Tiger fan. That's what it has done. A realistic Tiger fan. And just because Brett McMurphy tweets out, the Big 12 will add 3 schools to join Colorado in 2024. The league will first seek other from Pac-12 to join. If none do so, please, they're going to. The Big 12 would go add 1 group of 5, UConn, Memphis, San Diego State, or UNLV, to reach that even number in 2024.
UNLV.
Dude, calm down, Tiger fan. Just because Brett McMurphy said there's a chance, and you're comparing yourself to San Diego State, who, by the way, did play in a Natty last year.
Well, natty.
It was in hoops.
And that's
though.
also the argument for UConn, too, right? Is that they're a national championship team.
They play some good basketball, but that football team is straight trash.
They were better last year. Jim Moore's got them going in a better direction, does he not?
I mean, right now the biggest
They made a bowl last year, 6-6.
football news over around Yukon area, Bristolish area. Where is Yukon located exactly?
And it's in Connecticut, John.
I know it's in Connecticut, but what city? You don't know this.
STORRS.
Stores.
Okay, Stores, Connecticut.
Stores. He's going stores.
Biggest
Stores. I'm
football
just staring
story
at it.
right there that comes around that program has to be what Aaron Hernandez's brother is doing. Like
Wait, what?
Aaron Hernandez's brother, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like that's even a bigger story than what they're going to do this year in football.
I don't think it is, John.
Pretty much is definitely.
Not in Connecticut.
I hadn't talked about UConn football, but I've
Since
talked
when?
about Aaron Hernandez's brother a few times.
Since NAM.
So we'll talk a little Big 12. We'll also talk about the end of the Pac-12.
Are you the gauge? Does that mean you're the gauge for things that are and aren't being talked about, like in the spectrum of society?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know if you know this.
People look to John Harden. What are people talking about? Let's see what John has to say.
That's the way the world rolls,
That's
homie.
the way the world works.
Oh, but I'm fired up because we have tons of NFL news today. You know, Dalvin Cook, he's visiting the Jets this weekend, and now the Patriots are coming out and going, well, we're going to get him to come visit us. Dude, nobody wants to go play for you anymore, Bill. Check yourself.
Wow. Over the hill?
Over the hill,
Washed?
Bill. Washed up. Dude,
Wow. I love it.
please.
What's the day today? July 28th. This is a great day of radio we're doing right here, man. I'm telling you right now. It's washed.
Over the hill, Bill.
Me and my friends been saying
The
it's washed
hoodie
for
ain't.
3
Hey,
years.
the hoodie don't look like. By the way, the hoodie don't look good. Your sloppiness don't look.
Yeah,
all
you look
that
like
good.
an idiot if you're losing.
And you're
Old
horrible.
man.
You're horrible. Just your human, like your nature, like as a human being. Somebody ask him a question. Yeah. Somebody ask him another question.
Well, he likes
No.
talking about like punt coverages and like special teams and like
Why don't you talk
schematics.
about how pathetic he is at drafting and how bad of a disaster his offense was last year? Hey, Bill, where's your wide receivers, homie?
Yeah. Well, he's
Now-
never had wide receivers, though, except for Randy Moss one year, and he had like 50 touchdowns.
That's a great point. Julian Edelman would beg to differ, by the way. He's the
Well,
dink and
that's true.
dunk king.
Wes Welker also would like a word.
Yes, he would like a word, too.
Rob Gronkowski, I don't know if he qualifies, but he would probably like a word. Aaron Hernandez, may he rest in peace. He might like a word.
May he rest in peace. Man, may he burn in hell.
Okay, maybe that too.
I mean, I don't know. It kind of depends
Yeah,
on,
but you're not supposed to talk bad about dead people, right?
I don't know. Yeah, why not?
Isn't that like an adage of society?
I don't. Again, I'm the measure of.
That's
people,
right. You're the measuring
and
stick.
I say no. If you don't like,
And
the
I'm
person,
talking ish.
Hey, if they died, so be it.
We're talking mess.
I mean, you've never had anybody that passed and you kind of giggled.
What would you get next on that docket there, son?
And I mean that in the most respect. I hope people be sad if I pass, but somebody out there probably giggle.
Someone might giggle.
Somebody will not just giggle, but say yes. But Brock Purdy, he's
You have an ex-wife.
yeah, exactly. Brock Purdy, he's back practicing, and did you know that he has no restrictions?
That's great news for Brock.
So my man is going to be starting week 1, I'm pretty damn sure, for the 49ers. He's the man. The interesting thing that I was listening and reading about yesterday is, who do you think is going to be the backup this year for the 49ers? Because Brock Purdy's going to start. He went 8-1 last year. Who cares about when he was drafted? The dude is a winner. He has the respect of his team. He goes out there and gets the job done. Shockingly, though, Trey Lance, who the 49ers gave up everything for, right now everybody's saying that he's definitely the third string. Sam Darnold is going to be the backup to Brock Purdy. Trey Lance, man.
What a weird team.
Well, it's a pretty good team, though, but it's definitely
That's
a weird
crazy,
team.
though.
Isn't
That's
that
such
crazy?
a weird quarterback room.
That is a weird quarterback.
Although
room.
Darnold, people said, made a lot, like all the football people say Darnold made a lot of progress last year in terms of maturity and playing the position and all these different things.
Stop being a whiny little baby.
He stopped seeing ghosts.
Stop seeing ghosts and stop whining all the time and feeling sorry for himself.
Do you remember that clip? I'm seeing
Yes.
ghosts out there, man.
Dude.
But why was that
If
such a
you're
big
seeing
deal?
ghosts, by the way, let me just tell you something.
It's just a phrase.
He's throwing picks. Well, you don't want your quarterback so shaken out there that he's seeing ghosts.
It happens, man.
Seeing
At least
the ghost of-
at least he's mature enough to identify what's going on.
See, I was about to kill Deion Sanders. I was going to say seeing the ghost of prime time out there, but he's not dead. He's with Colorado.
Yeah, don't kill people, John.
I'm not trying to do that. We also got to talk about a lot of football news. Joe Burrow, did you see him get carted off yesterday?
Yeah, Joe Burrow.
Calf injury. They said that they are not going to have him do anything, period.
I mean, a calf strain is still like a 6-week injury.
Well, that's exactly what I'm about to tell you. He is not doing anything until week 1. So Joe Burrow, Joe Shiesty.
Joe Burrow.
He's not going to be doing jack until week 1 when the regular season starts. Calf injury, man. Like, dude, hydrate. Do a little stretching. Have you ever seen a little calf stretch? Do some downward dog, man.
Do calf stretch. Oh, yeah.
Get some calf stretch up in there, Joe. Man. But
Smoking on that Joe Burrow.
Man.
That's what Pat Mahomes Sr. said.
Smoking on Joe Burrow?
Smoking on that Joe Burrow.
Was that a blunt?
It almost sounds like Wilbur. But that's how he said it, though. He said, I'm smoking. He goes, smoking a cigar. He goes, we're smoking on that Joe Burrow.
We also have a lot of NFL news today. But we got to also talk some baseball. And I got to get at you a little bit.
You get at me?
Yep. Dude, you picked the worst year. Do you remember the beginning of the season this year when you said Shohei Ohtani is one of the most
Oh my God!
players
No, that's
in
not what I
baseball?
said. First of all, look. Okay, why would you say? Do you remember when you said something that I obviously did not say? You know, you just put words in my mouth for no reason. I don't know why you would do that.
You did say he's
First of all,
overrated.
second of all, the Tigers stink. The Tigers are awful. And he pitched 9 innings yesterday.
Only one hit?
Of one-hit ball against the
Complete
Tigers.
game shutout, one hitter.
I mean, it was a good outing, too. It's the first time he's gone past 7 innings all year. He had a 7.11 ERA in July going into that game against the Detroit Tigers.
Do you know why?
Why?
because he thought he was moving to another team. Now they said they're not trading him, and he was looking for like new apartments and new little shindigs, and he was thinking about vacation in new cities and worried about restaurants and where's he going to eat. Now he's back to just playing baseball, complete game shutout, 1 hitter, 2 home runs in the second game, man.
Look, I have nothing to say about his hitting prowess. He's the best DH in baseball, one of the best hitters in baseball, bar none. He's unbelievable. On pace for almost 60 home runs, like 58, 59 home runs or something like that. It's unbelievable
He's
season.
got 38 right now.
He's an incredible, incredible hitter, best DH in baseball. But he is not. The fact that he does pitch while being the best DH in baseball is unbelievable too.
But he's a top 30 pitcher in Major League Baseball.
I don't think he is.
Every metric says that he is.
No, WAR does not. WAR has him as a top 60
I know
pitcher
he's the number
baseball.
1 in WAR in all of baseball.
No.
Are you just using his pitching stats?
His pitching, John, but that's what you have to do it by. Like, if I can't...
But, okay, here's the thing. The reason is...
It's a great outing to go 9 innings of one-hit baseball, but somebody else...
When he pitches, he's batting .368 in games he's pitching. So he is giving it
but
to
he
you
didn't
in
get
both
one
games.
hit yesterday.
And I know it dropped his average from 380 to 368 yesterday. It's still the high. There's not a bat pitcher in either history of baseball that's hit over 250 and a bunch of bombs.
He's the best DH in baseball. So if you want to look at his
best hitting pitcher ever.
If you want to look at, I mean, that's obviously true too, but all the pitchers stink at hitting. Like, what are we comparing that to? So, like, that's really cool that he's able to do that, but you have to isolate the two things. And you look at hitting, well, he's one of the best in baseball, certainly the best at the position that he plays. But when I isolate pitching by itself, even though that's incredible yesterday, that I just don't, it doesn't, it's not as meaningful to me, I'm afraid. It's just not. It's more meaningful to me that he had a 7.11 ERA going into that game yesterday. Generally, when I'm doing when I'm handicapping every day, John, I throw out games like against the Braves if someone gives up a lot of runs because the Braves score at will. I'll throw out games against like the Tigers or the Mariners or the A's or someone like that if they have a shutout or something like that because it's an outlier based on the fact that the other team's inability or in the Braves' case ability to hit. And so I don't look at that yesterday as anything other than the Tigers stink and had the worst average in the entire month of July. That's all I see there. I don't see that Shohei Ohtani is a top 30 pitcher in Major League Baseball.
Shohei Ohtani's career pitching, his career ERA is a 3.08. Is Max Scherzer a good pitcher? His career ERA is 3.15. In fact, their whip is almost identical. Absolutely. I mean, it's the exact same, 1.076, both of them. Shohei, again, I don't understand why it is that you don't give him any respect when it comes to
John, I just said he was the best. How is not saying he's the best DH?
No, I said just pitching.
I did.
You said he's not you don't think he's a top 30 pitcher in Major League Baseball?
To say he's a number 2 pitcher on a roster is not bad at all. He's a top 60 pitcher. That's a number 2. That's really good. It's better
Tom
than
Glavine was a number 2 his whole career.
But
at the
Tom
Braves
Glavine,
the Hall of Fame.
But Tom Glavine is on as a number 2 pitching with Greg Maddux and John Smoltz on the same roster. That's not the same saying as that.
There ain't no Greg Maddux on the Angels.
Yeah, there's no one on the Angels.
I will give you that, but I'm just saying, being a solid number 2, and by the way, he's a number 1 on his team. But I think yes, any team that has a, if he went to Tampa Bay, if he went around the country and was added to teams, he would be more than likely number 2. Right now, this Dodgers team, he'd be their number 1 because their Dodgers pitching staff just continues to fall apart. But I mean, I don't know. I think he's a very, very good pitcher.
Here's the problem with his pitching too, John, and you've said this as
He
well.
gives up too many bombs.
And he does, and he's pitching for himself. Exactly, he's pitching for himself. Like he goes up there and gives up runs because he doesn't frankly give a bleep because he's going to strike out 12 batters in the process. And if you hit a couple of home runs, who cares? That's still an out I can get a strikeout on. It's just to me, it seems to me his value. A number 2 pitcher is extremely valuable. But like when I'm looking at Shohei Ohtani and evaluating like what I'm getting here, for me the value is
I think a lot
DH.
of it has to do. You have to understand a lot of his pitching love still stems from last season. I mean, last season he had a 2.3 ERA, was 15-9. Yeah. His WHIP was under 1. Like last season, he was a number 1. This year, he has not been a number 1.
That's what I'm about to say. It seems like the book, I mean, you look at this, as the sample size grows with Ohtani's pitching, it seems like quite frankly, he's getting figured out a bit more than he was at the very beginning. And he still has unbelievable swing and miss stuff. He still can get double-digit strikeouts every night, but he's just going to give up runs in the process. A very selfish pitcher, I feel like.
I feel you on that one. I will give you that. Damn, man.
See, I'm not trying to be super critical, but I just want to evaluate him accurately.
Okay, so the statement, though, this morning, I think on the Carton show,
the Carton show, I love it.
Greeny show,
Get Up, exclamation point.
On MLB Network, DeRosa was going off. All three networks that I went back and forth with, because, every time a commercial comes up, I switch.
I don't want to watch commercials.
I hate those damn things. I'm just kidding. I love them. Keep paying the bills. Keep paying for my salary. I love commercials. Tito's. Damn it, I even forgot what I was saying after I just...
Watching all the networks talking about Ohtani.
Dude, they brought up, and all I kept hearing, is he the greatest player in the history of baseball? That was the Carton show. And the crazy thing is every one of them said yes.
But John, are you going to take Ohtani? I mean, you take Ohtani or Acuna? I'm taking Acuna like 10 times out of 10.
Bruh, I think is a pure just hitter and a fielder. I mean, the guy plays a Gold Glove right field, has a cannon for an arm. He's stolen 48 bases. You know that?
Yes,
he's batting over 300. He hits bombs.
Crazy.
It is absolutely crazy. But I guess, you know what it is? It's that whole little league thing where people are like,
Acuna's
he's
not
pitching.
Yeah.
Yes, he's pitching. He's hitting. He's doing it all. How can you do both?
When does the novelty wear off, though, and we can actually have a discussion about the guy's ability to do both? You know what I mean, though? I mean, and also, here's another thing, too. I said this to Bryant yesterday afternoon, talking right after this happened, too, is after Ohtani, he had a 7.11 ERA going into the game, then he throws a one-hit shutout in 9 innings, fade him next game. Telling you right now, the price on Ohtani in his next outing starting is going to be ridiculous. It's going to be ridiculous, and it's going to be a great value play to play the other way.
And by the way, shockingly, believe it or not, Angels, only 3 games out of the wild card.
It's crazy.
Which is crazy, but you know what? If the greatest player in the history of baseball doesn't get this team to the postseason, you know what I mean.
We can
don't look all that great.
We can handicap these games later, and Giolito makes his first start today for the Angels.
Oh, Giolito against Gaussman in the Blue Jays. Probably going to get lit up.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later, John.
We will do some bets. We got Jay Ham on the other side. Don't forget, it's T-Money and Brasky. It's a Friday. We're going to get their picks. We're going to get some futures. That's one of the reasons I was looking at some futures, because I knew Brasky was coming on. That's what got me to Auburn over the 6.5. And then all of a sudden, I find out that their dadgum running backs might be suspended because he shot a porno. We're back in 2 Shakes, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows, stay up to date with station events, and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus in Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting card enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play. Stop, opt out.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to fill up.
No way. Gas around here is too expensive.
Billy, don't drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying gas?
Yes. I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Earn cash back every time you buy gas. Text CARD to 200-300 for an exclusive link to download the free Upside app and get an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. Cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just text CARD to 200-300 to download the free Upside app and get an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus. Text the word CARD to 200-300. Text CARD to 200-300. 200-300.
There's only one place for great steaks, real Italian cuisine, Southern-style meats, and fresh vegetables. It's Fratello's. Fratello's Italian Steakhouse in Hernando has a family feel and a fantastic menu. Voted DeSoto's best new restaurant in 2022, Fratello's has your favorite cuts of prime steak, lamb, and pork, along with delicious Italian dishes. And nothing is better for lunch than Southern-style meats and veggies. All your favorites and more are waiting for you at Fratello's Italian Steakhouse, Highway 51 in Hernando. Looking for a high-efficiency planting solution? The Case IH 2150 Early Riser Planter combines the industry's most accurate planter technologies with a rugged row unit for a fast and uniform emergence. The Case IH 2150 Early Riser operates at your speed and adapts to unique field conditions so that you can maximize your yield potential. Stop in or call Mid-South Ag Equipment at 662-890-3141 to learn more. That's Mid-South Ag, your Case IH Equipment headquarters.
What if your home's title, the document that proves you own your home, is in some criminal's name? That's home title theft. Home titles are online, and once a criminal forges your signature, he'll take out loans against your home, or worse, sell it. Home Title Lock helps shut it down. They do better than anyone. Has some criminal taken over the title to your home? Find out for free and get 30 free days of protection with sign-up. Use promo code RADIO at HomeTitleLock.com. Promo code RADIO at HomeTitleLock.com.
Summer's here, and Gossett Kia on the Pike has the hottest deals you'll find anywhere in the Mid-South. Hit the highway with 41 MPG Highway 2023 Kia Forte LXS, $259 a month, $27.99 due at signing. 2023 Sportage LX 308 a month, $34.99 due at signing. And 2023 World Performance Car 2023 Kia EV6 Wind, EPA estimated range 310 miles, $499 a month, $49.99 due at signing. All 36-month leases plus Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Ask for Bobby J. He's ready to put you in a new Kia today. Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles, 20 cents excess mileage. Forte PE 641,916, MSRP 21,910. Sportage P 718,270, MSRP 28,185. EV6 P 510, 5073, MSRP 49,965. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 7/31/23. Dealer stock only. Warranties. A limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Got Jay Morgan in the house as always, but man, you know it's a Friday, so we're going to talk a little hoops with our good buddy Jay Ham at 94 Feet Historian. My man's taking care of the business. Don't forget the scene on YouTube. He's doing all the work out there. We're going to have a little discussion. We're going to talk about little Jason Tatum and his big fat contract. But first, I have to bring this up. Sorry, getting off hand. Kind of mark. My computer just popped up with this, and it says McAfee #1, and then it says security news warning: emerging cyber attack techniques threaten your life and may let hackers steal your password, online identity, infiltrate private photos, emails, documents, and exploit hardware flaws in your device. Emergency cyber attack techniques threaten your life. Bro, am I going to die from this?
I mean, that's what it sounds like.
That's what it's saying? Man. And by the way, it's McAfee. You remember the dude who started the McAfee security?
It wasn't Pat?
No, it was John McAfee, the dude who murdered some people and went on the run, and they made a docuseries on Netflix.
Interesting.
That's what I'm saying. When they put out there threatening somebody's life, I get a little bit nervous when it comes from McAfee.
I mean, as soon as you said McAfee, I was thinking, punt yard average. And,
Pat.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Pat McAfee off top. That's just me, though. I'm silly like that.
I'm wondering how game day is going to be this year. Kirk Herbstreit, he's going to be back as well. McAfee's going to be a part of it. But Corso, he's going to be back with, the headdress picks.
You can't get enough of
enough of that.
Sunshine Scooter, man. That's my guy, man.
I like
Let him do that till he croaks.
Oh, no kidding. I agree with you. That's what I was saying when they were talking about him not coming back maybe. I was like, what?
No.
Please.
You got to have the Sunshine Scooter on there just for one not so fast, my friend. Just for one of those.
Not so fast, my friend. I'm ready for some college football, but I got to bring up some basketball, man. Jaylen Brown, $304 million. He's earned every penny in the aspect of, you look at the collective bargain agreement, what the players and the Players Association was able to work out with the league, prices. I mean, it's going way up, blah, blah, blah. But to be getting $304 million and being second fiddle on the team, well, is that something that can lead to an NBA championship?
Yeah. With a dude of his mindset who's not a selfish person.
Not selfish, no.
Not a selfish person.
I've been saying for a long time, and Jay Morgan, who actually knows basketball, because I like Jaylen Brown better than Jason Tatum.
Well,
and I'm just talking about.
And you know, I told you why about a month and a half ago.
Yeah, because he's a light-skinned brother, is what you told me.
I mean, it's always been the bias, you know. And take it from me, I'm a light-skinned dude. I understand how these things work. But it's one of those deals where, as you said, the price is going up. Like Fat Joe said, yesterday's price is not today's price. It is what it is.
By the way, $100,000 in 1980 is equivalent to $4.3 million today. I almost fell over when I heard that. Inflation ridiculous, man. Yeah. Now it is 43 years, but hey.
But when Jay Tatum comes up, I think he's available to do his extension next year. It won't kick in to 24. He has a player option, I think, in 24. But he'll be unrestricted at 25. He'll be in the 70 to 75 a year range.
Man, that is making that bread.
But let's go back 8 years.
Again, I'm telling you right now, the NBA, the CBA for the NBA has, like, they need to talk like to George Kliavkoff out Pac-12. Man. That's what I'm saying. But they have got some. I mean, they tearing it up.
Let's go back 8 years though. Right here in the city, when Mike Conley signed for
largest contract in NBA history at that time.
It was just his
turn.
turn.
You're right. I forgot about that.
And it's kind of the same thing with Jaylen. It's just it fell on the point to where it's Jaylen's turn. But those that are going to come after, that are at that level, and see, a lot of people really don't understand how the max contract level thing.
Oh yeah,
works.
he was what
levels to it
second
for
team. Yeah, like he got the super max,
right.
like the super duper max because he hit. Oh yeah, there's levels to it.
Because you'll see and hear
like Ja didn't make
a lot
the
of guys
max.
saying, "Well, he don't deserve a max." But then I go look at his resume. This dude has made All NBA 3 of the last 4 years. He's an All Star every year, and it's like, okay, that nullifies that opinion. If you say he don't deserve it, the scale says he does. You know, so. But that's what, and when I'm online, when I'm on Facebook, Jay Historian Ham on Facebook, you can find me in the conversation over there. A lot of times I'm trying to educate people on the little nuances of the CBA so they can come equipped to these conversations and know what they're talking about. But a lot of them don't. They just come with their heart and their opinion. Well, Jaylen Brown only deserves $300 million. I said, okay, well, if he don't, who does?
Exactly.
The response that I got was Jason Tatum. I said, "Oh, he'll be more.
He'll get more."
So again, if this All NBA dude don't deserve it, who does at this stretch? You know.
Oh, I agree. Now I got to ask you though. We have to talk about difference in Boston's lineup going from 2020 last year, 2022, 2023 to 2023, 2024 next year, because Marcus Smart is now a Grizzly. Right. They bring in Kristaps Porzingis. How does he fit with Brown and Tatum? This has been an interesting thing for me. I've been trying to figure this out. Derek White, by the way, I'm going to give him some credit the way he played last year. I think he can be their point guard, and they're going to be okay.
And they can't trade Malcolm right now, can they?
No, Brogdon. He's definitely injured still.
Right. So
no, but I think they can. Is that why those trades for Brogdon fell through? Is because of his injury? Right. Oh, I didn't realize that.
I think he failed some physicals or whatnot.
Oh, wow.
So it was one of those where it just fell through. But I think they need him, just in general. But the thing with Porzingis, that's interesting. Because dude wants the basketball.
Kristaps, yes. Yeah. And he also, by the way, we also have to remember, this is a guy who in his entire career has been known as the dude you can't get out the shake joint. Like we talk about James Harden's partying with Da Baby and Lil Baby. Kristaps is the shake
the
joint
only
champion.
international guy that I would say has had some form of disciplinary issue that it was major.
Yep.
Of all the years that guys have been coming over, going back to the late Drazen Petrovic and all of those guys, Vlade Divac, all of them. He's the one cat who actually came over and had like severe issues in regards to like discipline. You know,
he just didn't know how the Shake Joints in America were working, man. Once he saw that, it opened up his eyes, and he'd never been able to close his eyes since.
And I worry about it with Luka too, but Luka's just kind of.
I just worry about Luka walking by like Gibson's or something. He has to stop in and get him like 6 donuts
at like 3 a.m.
You know, Gibson's ain't 24 hours anymore.
It's true,
man. That's crazy, man. I always 24 hours. Man,
Walmart was the spot when it was 24 hours. That's when I prefer to do my grocery shopping at like 2 a.m. Neither here nor there, though. It's just one of those. I'm not sure how it's going to come out with them. I'm real excited to get not just the preseason, but the first 15, 20 games just to see how what type of adjustments guys made over the summer. Game-wise, what Joe Mazzulla made adjustment-wise in terms of what he's going to do personnel-wise.
Man, Joe Mazzulla, the most talked about coach.
It's interesting because it's like he got thrown into the fire, you know, especially with the way everything went about. I don't think he's a bad coach. In fact, I talked with some of the other guys that I know in the coaching industry, and they give him the seal of approval, but it's kind of like the same with Taylor Jenkins. You need the experience. You can't get the experience without experiencing. You know, so you got to let them go through the wars and the fires and take the L's and all of that other good stuff before. And it's like, I don't think there's a coach in the NBA that can't coach. That's ludicrous to me. Just the ideology of that. These dudes they're eating basketball.
Yep, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? They're eating, drinking, sleeping basketball. So they overthink things? Absolutely. Even the great ones overthink it.
I mean, even P.J. Carlesimo, I know Spree didn't think he could coach, but, man, you didn't have to choke the man.
I think that went a little bit beyond.
I know.
With some coaching with that. It was more of a test of manhood. But it's funny because I think that actually made P.J. a better coach in the end because he was more tolerable in how he dealt with, even, granted as an assistant, and he was working for Popovich, so the culture was kind of.
Culture was there.
Yeah, it was already set in place, so he can really just come in and teach. But I think ultimately it probably would have made BJ a better coach if he would have got back in the head ranks too.
Now, bringing Kristaps, though, the one big thing that pops out for me is the guy, you lose Marcus Smart, a leader. He was an all-defensive player, go out there very hard-nosed, wants to win basketball games. But you bring in Kristaps, I mean, this is a guy last year he shot 39% from three, 50% from the field, averaged 23 points, 8.5 boards. Like he can light it up. If you got Tatum and Brown and Porzingis all like spread out there, that would open up that bad boy for some drives. Like you think that lane would be wide open, especially with Horford when he's out there playing small ball center and he can stroke the three. Right. I mean, damn, man, Derek White's the only one that ain't. You really don't want shooting a bunch of threes.
Right, and I would have to go back and look at their roster to see if the rest of it filled out because I know they lost Grant Williams. Which I didn't think Joe really meshed for what I don't think Joe and Grant was a good mesh together, which is why you kind of saw the fall because when he was playing with MA, Grant was vital. You know, he kept him as a vital part. And I like Grant Williams.
I do too. Hard-nosed former Tennessee ball.
Right. He was one of my favorite kids that was coming into the draft that year. But neither here nor there. It's going to be interesting to see what, all of it looks like just across the league in general because we still got to look at it for what it is. Our champion is in Denver. And we're not accustomed to saying that.
No, we're not. We're not.
In its stretch, it still kind of feels weird, but it is what it is. So,
Speaking and bringing up Denver, by the way, little discussion. Does the NBA value passing as much as it should? Because when I think about that Denver team, I think about unselfish player like Nikola Jokic. I think about Jamal Murray. I think about how that team will give up the basketball and make the extra pass, the smart play. When you look at like the draft and the quote stars, Does the NBA and its fans, do they value passing as much as they should?
The guys in the league, yeah. The people covering the league, secondary, yeah. The people that are watching, they don't really care. Until it's put right in their faces.
I mean, Draymond Green's also another guy who is undervalued in the absolutely, he makes the extra pass. He finds his guy.
I'm glad you mentioned them, him and the team, his team that he plays for. In the last decade, the year that they got Kevin Durant, they averaged 30 assists as a team.
Whoa.
It's only happened once, other time, I think, in history. Maybe twice. I will have to verify. 30 assists as a team, and this is in 2016, 2017. When you have two dudes who have won scoring titles on the team, it's KD and Steph. You got Clay who can go get you 30 in a quarter. You know what I'm saying? Just the weapons that they have, and they average 30. Now, after that season, they kind of got away from that because they also realized what they still had, the best one-on-one player in the game in Kevin Durant. And probably the second or third best one-on-one player in the game, maybe fourth at the time, in Steph. All they had to do was run their stuff, but once they get into the offense and they needed a bucket, store at 35. So they had a pick your poison element in Golden State at that particular time. That's what made that kind of because they can go get 28, 29 assists, 30 assists as a team, but then this dude Durant can go straight ISO and turn the whole game, series, whatever the case. I think it's a balance for both because it's still ISO heavy in a lot of spots in the NBA.
Man, we got more hoops on the other side. Don't you dare touch the dial, but I have to remind you one quick time. How do you start your day? Well, you want to start it the right way, right? Well, go to La Palapa. It's got the biggest, baddest breakfast burrito around. It's served all day, just like their cold cervezas. That bad boy's got chorizo, cheese, rice, beans, eggs, served with the freshest salsa. Again, it's served all day long. Plus, they have daily lunch specials, and I mean all 7 days a week, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can get chimichangas, tacos, enchiladas, fajitas, burritos, quesadillas, gorditas. Try a torta, breaded chicken, steak, chorizo, or ham served with mayo, avocado, lettuce, tomato, and jalapenos all on a hoagie. All at La Palapa, 5255 Summer Avenue. La Palapa, the little hut with big taste. Back in Two Shakes with Jay Ham, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Homer Skelton Hyundai Genesis in Olive Branch has an offer you can't refuse. They will pay you to do business with them if you want luxury. And I'm talking the Genesis G70 car. If you would love to have that kind of new technology, they will give you a $1,000 rebate when you finance with Genesis Motor Finance. In other words, they'll pay you $1,000 to do business with them, and you get brand new luxury. You can't beat it. That's Homer Skelton Hyundai Genesis, right at the corner of Craft Road and Highway 78 in Olive Branch. Homer Skelton Hyundai Genesis in Olive Branch, where customer retention is amazing. There's a reason. They take care of you with a team that's been together for a long time. Whether it's finance or whether it's service, you can't beat them. Homer Skelton Hyundai Genesis.
1912, 1900, 1911, 1853, and now 1837. This is Shell Dunn Rosengarten with Mark's Benstorff Realtors. I have just sold one of the oldest homes in Shelby County. No brag, just fact. I'm very proud of selling homes across the age spectrum, and I can sell yours, whether it was built in the 1800s, the 1900s, the 2000s, or if it's only 2 years old. I may have the worst golf game in town, and I rarely make a par, and forget about birdies, I do real estate. That's why my golf game is so bad. I spend most of my time taking care of my clients. I have a highly successful strategic marketing program and tell people to talk to 2 to 3 brokers, but make sure that I'm one of them. Remember, when you want the job done, call Shell Dunn. Call me now at 483-0546 or email me at memphisrelocate.com. That's right, Relocate is my middle name. memphisrelocate.com or 483-0546. I'm waiting for your call or email.
I'm with John Burgos from the world-famous Rendezvous in the Alley since 1948.
Brett, we have catered parties all over this country and all over the world, from Singapore, Australia to Central Park in New York. But many people don't realize how much we do locally. For holiday events, office parties, tailgating, birthday parties, you can't do better than the Rendezvous. For example, you can get a cheese and sausage tray for 15 to 300 people for $3.75 a person. You can even build your own nacho bar for $10.50 per person. All you need is a minimum of 15 people. In many cases, we can arrange delivery and full-service catering. We've even made it easy to get to-go items. You can just park at our front door in the alley, put on your flashes, and we'll get you going ASAP. For all your catering items and prices, go to hogsfly.com, click on menu, and drop down to catering.
Thank you, John. The Rendezvous, Mr. Charlie Burgos' Rendezvous in the Alley since 1948 and celebrating its 75th year.
Attention, everyone. Family Leisure needs your help clearing out their inventory. Let me say that again. Family Leisure is needing your help to clear out their inventory. And to do so, there are tons of great deals throughout the store. For example, all do-it-yourself pools are $1,000 off. Special 24-foot round pools for less than $2,000. Select play gyms, only $18.99. Hey, if you need patio furniture, they have patio furniture that's now up to 30% off. Spas are in stock. They're up to $1,200 off. Now listen up, because I'm only going to say this once. 24 months, same as cash financing, is now available through this sale. Family Leisure needs your help clearing out their inventory, so come and do your part at Family Leisure. Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
Are you ready to conquer the great outdoors? Come in today and gear up with the dependable Suzuki King Quad ATV, because there's no rest for the rugged. Its unparalleled combination of power, versatility, and reliability allow you to tackle the toughest terrains with ease. And right now, there are lots of ways to help you hit the trail, including low APR financing and low monthly payments for qualified buyers, discounts for the military and first responders, and more. Roll into Olive Branch Motorsports in Olive Branch, Mississippi, and experience the Suzuki King Quad ATV's unmatched capabilities today.
Gas, groceries, utilities, you name it, the price of everything is going up. And if you're stuck in a bad timeshare with rising maintenance fees, the financial burden can be crushing. It is time to get your finances in order and get the real facts about that timeshare that you are stuck in and your options to get rid of it. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has been helping families out of horrible timeshares for over 10 years and has put together a complete timeshare exit information kit that he will send you absolutely free. To date, over 30,000 families have trusted Wesley Financial Group to help them out of financial hardship by getting them out of bad timeshares. Get the facts about how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation. Simply call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit and see how you can become timeshare free. Call 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. Once again, 800-462-3333.
All 650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles, 20 cents excess mileage. Sportage P718, 2870, MSRP 28185. Seltos R752, 4361, MSRP 26015. Forte PG 211771, MSRP 21910. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 7/31/23. Dealer stock only. Warranties are limited. Powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details. Hey, Jeff Allen, I hear things are heating up over there at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah.
It's the hottest pricing we've ever had, Randy. 2023 Kia Forte gets 41 MPG highway at only $259 a month. $27.99 do-it signing, and a 2023 Sportage vacation ready at $308 a month. $34.99 do-it signing. Both 36-month lease.
And how about the new 2024 Seltos LX?
$295 a month with $29.99 do-it signing and 24-month lease.
And Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty to boot.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah.
Gossett Kia South, 2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMountMoriah.com.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Jay Morgan as always. And Jay Ham's in the house. This is Friday. And I got to ask Jay a real quick question because I want to talk some Grizzlies, man. I want to talk a little Grizzlies. Before I do, though, more shocking news that came out this week. We had UFOs are real, aliens are real. That came from Congress, man. Or from Shark Week and Jason Momoa, that sharks are now doing cocaine down in South Florida because all the coke that's being dumped in the ocean.
I believe that's been happening.
I know, but man, but now it's like that. Now we're wondering why all the sharks are eating people. They're all jacked up on yay.
I mean, this is Florida. You remember that DJ Quick song, Just Like Compton, do you?
No.
That's what I look at about Florida. It's just like Compton.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Now, looking at the Grizzlies this year, a lot of people, ain't talking about the Grizzlies, talking about the Suns, Bradley Beal, KD, D-Book, talking about Kristaps going to Boston, LeBron James in L.A., in their moves that they've made. A lot of talk in the West, Denver, and not a lot of talk about the team that has second best record in the regular season. Yeah, I know what happened to the Lakers when they played them, but they did not have Steven Adams, Aquaman. This roster is different. They now bring in some veteran leadership, Marcus Smart, D. Rose. What you feeling about the Grizzlies going into next season?
They're going to be open.
They're going to be open?
They're going to be open. We're going right back at it. We're going to go through we're going to get through this little storm.
25 games.
25. I still think it's going to be 15. I still think it's going to get dropped for whatever reason. We'll talk about it when we get there, but it's a matter of them just using this time right now.
Desmond Bane is completely grown up into a super stud. His role is it's undemanded. He's grown up. Trey J.
On his way to
every single year has gotten better.
On his way to the World Cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that is needed. Got to have some growing from the staff as well, personnel-wise, X and O's, all of that good stuff. Everybody, all of what happened last year needed to happen because it was just kept ascending.
Got to take a step back before you can take two steps forward.
Well, they hadn't had any adversity. That was the thing. They just kept ascending, and they looked promising, kept ascending, and then, okay, now you got some real adversity. You got the whole situation with Ja. Now Ja missed time now, but you still got a lot of promise. You're still drafting well. Your core guys that you have set and signed as max guys are here. They're ready to go. As I just said, I'll say it again. You still draft well.
It's crazy though.
You still draft
you talk
well.
about still drafting well, and I feel you on this. But when I look at this team, the one spot that the glaring weakness that I feel like, because you got Marcus Smart, Desmond Bane, you got number 12 when he's back and ready to go, Jaren Jackson Jr., Steven Adams, but that bench, it does leave a lot to be desired.
Absolutely, but you know what? It leaves a lot to be desired because they don't. It's the same thing that I was just saying about Joe Mazzulla and Taylor Jenkins. Can't get experience without experience. So we gotta. It's kind of what it meant when I was trying to tell Jay in the playoffs with Lofton Jr. Throw him out there.
I know you love snack.
Throw him out there. I understood why it wasn't a good idea, but he can't get there if we don't let him get there. We got to put him on the floor, regardless of. And Memphis might not even be the place where he flourishes, ultimately. But while we got him here. And I will say that for all the talent that we got on the bench. We have to let them grow. We got to let them make mistakes. This is why you'll never see me get into, the roster, who's doing this, who's trash, who's playing well. Now, let these dudes grow up. They are really trying to figure out and find out who they are as NBA players, role guys, what role they're comfortable accepting, all of that. It's a new experience.
I mean, if we let it play out, it just makes me think of Tillman. I mean, I ain't talking about the street where I used to get dime bags when I was 16. I'm talking about Xavier Tillman, who last year came out of, not in nowhere, but my goodness, he put in that work. And when Steven Adams was down, he played way above what I thought he could.
I thought he got put in a position where he was asked to do too much in the playoffs, and not to say that it's like you was putting too much on X, and he did a good job. He guarded LeBron pretty much better than anybody, as far as just standing in front of him, moving his feet, competing, contesting. He did that pretty much better than anybody in the playoffs, in that regard, but professional. When you speak on X, the professionalism, you probably been seeing this topic floating around just on player podcast where you're seeing guys in the league talk about how other guys in the league don't really love it. It's a job to them.
Dude, he'll go down and play with the hustle. He don't care.
You see what I'm saying? It's like it's a job for some because it's like you can hoop. You can hoop, but you're being reduced when you get to this league. You're being reduced to a role. And for some, it's a lot of pride. It's a lot of checking of the 10,000 plus hours of work that you put in to get to there. And that don't sit well with a lot of people, So this is kind of why you have those mentals and those mindsets of players who they don't really love it, but they're going through it. Ben Simmons automatically comes to mind for a lot of people when I mention that.
Man, when you bring up Ben Simmons, I just think to myself,
who says he's completely 100% healthy now? I saw that the other day.
Man, it's not, dude. He can only be healthy when he gets his mind right, and I can't look inside his head right now and tell you what he's thinking.
And the frustrating part about it is like people will talk about him and his unwillingness to shoot. I'm like, yeah, he ain't gonna score, but if he guards you, you ain't gonna score either.
That's true, and he doesn't realize. I mean, he can be that stopper, that enforcer, that rebounder, that guy who can get to the rack and finish with both hands. I mean, he's still shooting with the wrong hand.
I can appreciate his talent, but like you said, it starts with him up top.
It does, and it makes me think of somebody who in baseball, a lot of people don't remember this because, I mean, you look at Joey Votto in baseball. He is hilarious. He's he has one of the best personalities in the game. When Joey Votto first came up, he could not talk to the media.
Mm-hmm.
He
had to loosen up.
He had anxiety so bad he had to go to a doctor. He was hospitalized on multiple occasions. He went to saw a doctor. They said he was clinically depressed, suffering from anxiety. My man literally put in that work, and now he's a complete different person in his headspace. I mean, now he's got a Hall of Fame career.
Right.
So, I mean, it can happen. It can change. But you have to realize that something's wrong and go out there and put that work in to fix it. And we'll see if Ben Simmons is doing that.
And I think, like I was just saying, though, with a lot of players, though, that's kind of where some people can really get sour about some of the players in the league is mainly because these guys don't love it. And I'm not faulting them for that because I understand where they're coming from, too. It's just a tough deal. It's a tough deal to kind of accept. But this is what make you appreciate, as we were just saying, the Xavier Tillmans, your P.J. Tuckers, your Draymond Greens, your dudes who star in these roles. Even
two
Jeff
of those
Green.
dudes from Michigan State you mentioned.
Think about Jeff Green and all what Jeff Green's been through as a player, the heart condition and everything else, and people feeling like that he checked out. But then you look up 10 years after this, Jeff Green's still rolling. Now he's NBA champion.
Still cashing checks, baby.
Cashing checks. I still think he cashed them over at the liquor store right over here on Airways. You know what I'm saying? At my old joint.
I know you can't over Jumpin' Jimmy's on third.
I used to go to Jumpin' Jimmy's and get cash, too, so I already know what's up.
Do me a favor, Jay. Tell everybody what you got coming down the pipe, where they can find you.
YouTube.com/at 94 Feet of Life. We played a game last week, John. We gave away a few prizes and whatnot. We had a little spin. We had, like basketball Wheel of Fortune. We put a bunch of names on the wheel. We spun like the digital wheel. Whatever the name landed on, that's who you had on your team. I had a decent team, but I came in third.
Wheel of Fortune, that's Vanna White's show, right?
Right. And, of course, the OG Pat Sajak was like 100.
Well, he retired, didn't he?
He will be at the end of this season.
This season?
Yeah. But it's one of those. We had some fun with that.
Did you have a Vanna White?
Oh, no, we actually didn't have a Vanna.
Oh, man, I know. I'd have to go back and watch that one.
We normally would have a lady on the show with us or something like that in that particular case. But other than that, 94 Feet Historian on Twitter, Jay Historian Ham on Facebook, 94 Feet of Life group on Facebook. You can join us over there and join the conversation.
We'll do it again next Friday. Don't you dare touch the dial. Hardwood's next. And don't forget, 12:30, we got T-Money and Brasky, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
The band you're in starts playing different tunes.
I think it's the slow smoking over pecan and hickory wood.
It's the secret combination of dry rub spices.
Maybe it isn't one single thing that makes Central Barbecue special.
I didn't say it was one thing. I said there's probably one thing that makes Central Barbecue special that's more important than the other things that make Central Barbecue special.
It's the 24-hour meat marinade.
That was the name of my band in high school, Meat Marinade.
Let's try and focus on Central Barbecue Spot, okay? Have we said Central Barbecue is special enough?
I'm not sure if we can say it enough because Central Barbecue is so special.
Ooh, nice. Going from Central Barbecue is special to Central Barbecue is so special.
That should probably do it.
Central Barbecue is so special.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. In these uncertain economic times, there are so many things as a contractor and a business owner that I cannot control. The rising cost of materials, not to mention fuel and transportation costs. In the last 2 years, shingle prices have almost doubled and commercial materials have doubled. And I don't have to tell you what fuel costs these days. But you know what I can control? How much markup I put on a project. I have always prided myself in knowing I never gouge a customer. But in an effort to ensure my crews have work and my customers are being treated fairly, I have lowered my profit margin, hoping to give you a price you can live with and keeping my crews busy. So if you need a roof or gutters, please give us a call. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. Fiveash Roofing, a proud sponsor of Tiger Athletics and a member of the Tigers home team. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
A good friend of mine told me about this awesome place for lunch.
Oh, yeah? What's the name?
Neil's Grill and Bar, where the fat man rocks. Everybody knows Neil.
Where's it located?
It's located in Yorkshire Square off of Quince.
And what's it like?
The best lunch place in Memphis. You know, like real mashed potatoes and gravy. Everything is made from scratch. Monday through Friday, daily lunch specials like Monday baked chicken, Italian Tuesday spaghetti, ravioli, Italian spinach, delicious fried catfish, fried chicken livers every Wednesday, Friday, Salisbury steak, barbecue chicken, or if you just want a vegetable plate, the best veggies in town.
What about the lunch price?
Meat and 2 veggies, $8.95. Meat and 3 veggies, $10.95. And veggie plate, $9.95. Big fat boy portions, man.
Man, you're making me hungry.
Come hear the best live local music at Neil's. Eddie Smith plays Sundays 5 to 9, Mondays karaoke, Tuesdays Debbie Jameson, Wednesdays Elmo and the Shades, Thursdays John Williams and the A440 Band at Neil's.
Where the fat man rocks.
Hey Mid-South, the Mitsubishi Summer Sales Event has never been hotter than right now at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. How about 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander? 7 seats, 27 mpg combined. We Gossett at $449 a month. Or get ready to take your pick from 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander or 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, 420 total range, 64 combined mpge. Get ready to ride for just $499 a month at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. And you'll always get peace of mind with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Waste and excess mileage. Outlander PZ012158, MSRP 34555. Outlander SE PZ041164, MSRP 35585. PHEV PZ040302, 24-month, 12,000 miles per year. MSRP 48230. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Whatever you do, don't buy an engagement ring or any piece of diamond jewelry until you discover the all-new Genesis Diamonds, now open in Poplar Commons. Genesis Diamonds. This is no ordinary jewelry store. It's a global diamond powerhouse started by former diamond wholesalers with rock-bottom prices on exquisite hand-selected diamonds and a selection that's up to 30 times other stores. They've been bringing price relief to Nashville, Louisville, and Cincinnati for years. Voted best jewelry store 13 years in a row. Now, they're here. Genesis Diamonds guarantees to beat the price of any diamond you find at any other local jeweler. Period. Any size, any shape. Plus, at Genesis, you have access to the most sought-after ring designers in the world. Names like Ferragio, Henry Dawsey, Simon G, and many more. All this plus a stunning showroom, unbeatable warranties and guarantees, a no-holds-barred diamond education, no commission salespeople, and free service for life on any purchase. Genesis Diamonds, a true game changer in jewelry shopping. Now open in Poplar Commons. Genesis Diamonds, official jeweler of the Tennessee Titans.
Gear up for the school year in style with Frontier Western Store's unbeatable back-to-school sales and tax-free savings. This is the perfect weekend to save big at Frontier. All Hey Dude shoes are now $20 off, including the latest arrivals. Yes, you heard that right. Every single pair is $20 off. Looking for great deals on shirts? Check out the men's and women's clearance sections for an extra 25% off. But wait, there's more. Select Carhartt shirts are now less than half price. From small to 4X, all sizes are available. But hurry, these extra discounts are valid for this weekend only. At Frontier Western Store, it's not just about the savings, it's about the experience. This family-run store offers excellent service and takes pride in a wide selection of Carhartt and Ariat clothing and boots. Don't miss out on these incredible deals and more tax-free weekend at Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, or shop online at frontierwesternstore.com. Locally owned and operated since 1967.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253 DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy, Johnny Radio. Got Jay Morgan Harder in the house. Big thanks to Jay Ham on the other side. We talked all things NBA, talked some Grizz, little Boston, little Phoenix. Got up in the basketball action. Well, now we're about to do a little bit of fun. We got some Hardwood because it just feels so good. But I also have to tell you, man, don't you like saving money? That feels good. And if you didn't know, school is right around the corner. Parents out there, your kids, you got to get them geared up and you got to get them in style. You don't want to go send your kids. Nobody wants their kid to be the smelly kid. Nobody wants their kid to be the kid who doesn't they're just like, oh man, he looks kind of weird, man. Why is he dressed so silly? Mom, Dad, don't dress him silly. Gear him up, get him looking good in some style with Frontier Western Store's unbeatable back-to-school sales and its tax-free savings weekend. This is a perfect weekend to save big at Frontier. Plus, have you ever heard of Hey Dude? There's some shoes. All Hey Dude shoes are now $20 off, including the late arrivals. Yes, you heard that right. Every single pair is $20 off. Looking for great deals on shirts? Check out our men's and women's clearance section for an extra 25% off. But wait, there's more. Select Carhartt shirts are now less than half price from small to 4X. They've got them all, but hurry. These extra discounts are only valid this weekend at Frontier Western Store. And by the way, Frontier Western Store, it's not just about the savings. It's about the experience. So don't miss out on these incredible deals. Tax-free weekend at Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road, down in Olive Branch, or online at frontierwesternstore.com. Locally owned and operated since 1967. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Yo, man, Sean Payton out there talking all kinds of trash. Did you know this?
Yeah, I saw that.
He's getting out there. And yesterday, he came out after practice and said, he was asked a question about the Broncos. He said, everybody's got a little stink on their hands. Gross. By the way, do you know? Never mind. Everybody's got a little stink on their hands. It's not just Russell. It might have been one of the worst coaching jobs in the history of the NFL. That's how bad it was. Now, you know who the coach was last year, Nathaniel Hackett. Nathaniel Hackett is now where? With the New York Jets and the offensive coordinator. So then he goes on and is asked another question. He says, look, the PR on the Jets. He was asked about the Jets because he mentioned Nathaniel Hackett. And he said the PR, the pomp and circumstances, we not doing any of that. The Jets did that this year. You watch. Hard Knocks, all of it. I can see it coming. Damn, dude. Throwing the Jets underneath the bus a little bit. Coming out there swinging hard, talking about how this team's going to be so much better than last year's team, that they're putting in the work, blah, 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 blah. Well, Robert Saleh, he was asked about it, and he said Sean Payton is a great coach. He's a great coach. He can say whatever the hell he wants. So it got me to thinking, Sean Payton is a damn good coach. Gets tons of respect. Now, if you look at Sean Payton and you look at Mike McCarthy, everybody has a different take. Everybody feels like Mike McCarthy, a guy who out there was, had Brett Favre all those years in Green Bay. Now he's with Dallas. Great defense. Got Dak, Zeke, Tony Pollard, yada, yada, yada. He just can't win the big one. He can't win the big one. Now, perception is reality. And the perception of Sean Payton and my man Mike McCarthy are completely different. Everybody is waiting this year for Mike McCarthy to fail, saying that he's taking over the play calling. It's not going to be great. Mike McCarthy, now, he also last year, he has a lot to do with his perception. Did a horrible job the last 2 seasons in the postseason with timeouts, stopping the clock, and play calling. Straight up. He did a bad job with that. But if you look at Sean Payton and Mike McCarthy, do you know both of them only have 1 Super Bowl? Both of them have 1. I mean, that's only 1 is great. Having 1 is great, but they both have 1. Their playoff record, Sean Payton is 9-8 in his career. Mike McCarthy is 11-10. Playoff appearances are always, 11-9. But here's their winning percentage. Sean Payton's is .631. Mike McCarthy's is .614. Mike McCarthy is coached in 155, 97, and 2. Sean Payton 152 and 89. Those careers look almost identical on paper. But dude, is it because Mike McCarthy is fat and sounds stupid and Sean Payton is slender and sounds smart that everybody's perception is that Sean Payton's a genius and Mike McCarthy's a big dum-dum?
Aaron Rodgers.
Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers. Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers. Is it having 2 superstar quarterbacks and only getting 1 is what makes Mike McCarthy look so bad?
That's the one.
That is probably the one. I mean, hell, when they won the Super Bowl, by the way, against Peyton Manning's big head, do you remember that game? They weren't even favored in that bad boy. But guess who won? Sean Payton. Beat Peyton Manning, man. Beat Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl, man. Big old headed Peyton Manning. Mr. J. Morgan. So perception is reality, correct?
No.
No, it's not. It's sounding smart and looking smart.
I don't know. I don't know where you want me to go with this.
I mean, I'm just saying, Mike McCarthy. I mean, I know you say Aaron Rodgers, you say Brett Favre, but they're coaching literally. Their records are identical.
Yeah, but that's just one factor. Like, that doesn't mean they're identical.
No. Sean Payton is skinny and Mike McCarthy's kind of fat.
There's other qualities that they're not equal as well.
Can you give me a list?
I think coaching ability is one.
Oh, okay. So you're much more on Sean Payton's.
Correct.
You know what? I actually have to say I am, but I was a little bit shocked at how
shocking.
Similar their records are. I mean, the postseason appearances, the winning percentage, the number of Super Bowls, the number of games they've coached in was shockingly similar, and they've all done it over the same period of time, which is also, again, shocking. So that was my little
I'm shocked
football nugget. Did you have a story, by the way, sir?
No, John, I didn't right now.
No story.
There's a lot happening today.
All right, here we got to go to Auburn's Jarquez Hunter. Auburn's Jarquez Hunter. Again, this gentleman right now is the best running back down in Auburn. He is the best War Eagle. Go Tigers. Down in the plains. He's the dude that can tote the rock. He had a very good year last year. Had a very, very, very good year last year. Now, I can't figure out what to do because Hugh Freeze won't do his job and let people out here who are trying to bet on his futures figure out if he's going to play. Because right now, it just says that the young lady, the former Auburn football player, both have been suspended from school. Now, if they're suspended from school, how can he play for the football team? And again, he rushed for 668 yards last year, 6.4 yards per carry, had 224 receiving yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. My man was a second-string running back to Tank Bigsby, again, who went in the 3rd round. He is by far the best running back on their football team. Hugh Freeze needs this man. But right now, they just say he's indefinitely suspended right now for violations of applicable Auburn Athletic Department policies. What the hell does that mean? Applicable, what did it say? Where is it? Applicable Auburn Athletic Department policies. Violation of applicable Auburn Athletic Department policies. Bro, he shot a porno. Is that illegal in 2023? Kim K got rich for it. There wouldn't even be the Kardashians without Ray J.
She wasn't a part of a member NCAA institution.
I didn't even think the NCAA had any teeth anymore. I mean, you have 19 level 1 violations, 200 level 2 violations. In Tennessee, I only had to pay $8.5 million. Life is changing. So this, I guess, is this a lesson that we're supposed to learn right now? That if you're in college, but what about the OnlyFans pages? You're telling me there's not a single girl at any of these institutions who has an OnlyFans?
I don't know.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
I guess you have to subscribe. But you know what? It got a lot of traction. I think, if he would have shot it, it wouldn't have been that bad. I think the fact that they tried to monetize on his clout.
You always hear about teachers getting fired for having OnlyFans pages and such,
That's a good point. Do you think? I think honestly though, if he would have put it on an OnlyFans site, I think he would have done better. The fact that he put it on all social media platforms and was charging $5 to view the tape is where, you can't monetize on porn. You can only monetize on your name, image, and likeness. Correct? I guess so. Speaking of Joey Votto earlier, did you see him on your favorite person's show, High Heat with the Mad Dog?
Doggy.
Did you see it at all?
No.
So Votto went absolutely hilarious. And again, this is a guy who had anxiety when he first came up, had depression, was hospitalized on multiple occasions for panic attacks. Well, he's gone out there, put in that work. Now he's in a great space in his head, and he might be the funniest person in baseball. So he joins High Heat yesterday, and he goes on. His interview was absolutely hilarious. He goes on a complete full-minute diatribe talking about Doggy, basically talking about his New York look, his coiffed hair, his bravado for talking about old players, and Votto just goes ham on Mad Dog. And I'm not used to seeing Mad Dog, but boy, he was taking it yesterday from old Joey Votto, and you thought it was intense and it was real. And then Votto at the very end of it, after basically roasting the Mad Dog, throws out a little joke and a little quip at the end. And then Mad Dog starts laughing and liking him because I thought Doggy was about to lose his stuff on his own show.
Ernest Sistrunk from Mars.
What?
Doggy quote.
What were the words that you said?
Ernest Sistrunk.
Anna what?
From Mars.
Anna Sistrunk.
Ernest Sistrunk. I think he was a linebacker of some sort of merit. Or maybe a wide receiver. I don't know. He played football. I know that.
He played football.
I think he's a Hall of Famer.
But he did play football. That's the key, right?
He played football.
Played football.
I think he's a Hall of Famer, John. You don't know Hall of Famers? You're a football guy.
Yeah. I guess so.
It doesn't sound like it.
Before 1970, I don't know nothing.
Oh.
I don't know much anyway. Now, this is. Oh man, you just made me forget what my story was. Thanks a lot, buddy. You just literally blanked my brain.
Otis is strong.
Nope. Damn, bro. How could you do that to me? I completely forgot where I was going. Thanks. I mean, now the poor people out there, they don't even know what the hell's going on. But I will tell you, it doesn't matter what's going on. All you need is Tito's in your life. If life hands you lemons like it just handed me, I completely had a brain fart on air. Can't even remember my last little segment. And it was really, breaking news this morning, I remembered it. Did you hear about what Kylie Jenner did?
No.
She came out today and announced that she just hopes and prays that her daughter does not get a boob job like she did. And it's the first time she ever admitted to having plastic surgery and getting a boob job, because she says she hopes her daughter realizes she's beautiful just the way she is. I got to say, Kylie, you've made like $1 billion off your good looks and your boob job. Do you agree?
I think it's more the facial plastic surgery that she's made all the money off.
She's had facial plastic surgery too. Why is she just bringing up boob jobs then?
Why is
she's not going to come?
You go look up a picture of what she actually looks like.
And what she used to look like. Do you have before and afters for me?
Well, I mean, it's not like to judge like in that regard, but it's just to say she doesn't look like what she actually looks like.
Wow. By the way, forgot one other story. But by the way, Kylie Jenner.
I don't know. I don't know.
We got to take a break. But do you know that Aaron Hernandez's brother? We got the arrest video out.
Cool.
Man, you know what he was telling the police officer?
What?
He said, "I respect you, but you need to shoot me." The officer didn't shoot him. Good work. Aaron Hernandez's brother's crazier than his brother was. And his brother ain't here no more. Nuts. We got to talk with T-Money and Brasky. That segment probably sounded a little crazy. Wait till they join the show. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM. And 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
The FedEx St. Jude Championship returns to TPC Southwind, August 9th through the 13th. Don't miss your chance to witness the top 70 players from the PGA Tour season battle it out in the first event of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Only 50 players will make it through Memphis. Don't miss your chance to watch the drama unfold. Daily grounds and upgraded ticket options are on sale now at FedExChampionship.com.
How do you own the day in sports? You make incredible plays. How do the rest of us own the day? With Irish Spring. Fresh, clean Irish Spring scent and those sensational Irish Spring suds. You know what I'm talking about. It's like the perfect morning reset. You leave the shower all geared up, make today a grand slam or a slam dunk. Whatever sport you're into right now. When the spring hits you, you're ready. So pick up Irish Spring today.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
"You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa."
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
If these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist and ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
Summer's here, and Gossett Kia on the Pike has the hottest deals you'll find anywhere in the Mid-South. Hit the highway with 41 MPG Highway 2023 Kia Forte LXS, $259 a month, $27.99 due at signing. 2023 Sportage LX 308 a month, $34.99 due at signing. And 2023 World Performance Car 2023 Kia EV6 Wind, EPA estimated range 310 miles, $499 a month, $49.99 due at signing. All 36-month leases plus Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Ask for Bobby J. He's ready to put you in a new Kia today. Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 650 acquisition fee, 30,000 miles, 20 cents excess mileage. Forte PE 641,916, MSRP 21,910. Sportage P718 2870, MSRP 28,185. EV6 P510 5073, MSRP 49,965. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 7/31/23. Dealer stock only. Warranties. A limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
That is one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Big reminder, this weekend and this weekend only at Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. It is the tax-free weekend, plus it is their unbeatable back-to-school sale. Head on down there. They got everything from the Hey Dude shoes, $20 off. They also have Carhartt shirts, less than half price from small to 4X. They got all sizes. Head on down there again. Frontier Western Store. It's not just about the savings. It's about the experience and styling and profiling. And don't forget, if you can't make it down there, you can still get all the great savings at FrontierWesternStore.com. What's up, money?
Johnny, how you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing good. It's a Friday. Had a rough week this week, money. Been moving.
What happened, Johnny? What happened? I didn't see you.
Yeah, you didn't see me because I was moving, and that is the worst thing in the world.
That's right. I did that about a year ago, and, man, I tell you what, it is terrible, and especially I moved in July just like you did. I mean, come on, it's 100 degrees outside. You're moving, and I feel bad for you and Chas. I feel bad for both of y'all.
By the way, that wasn't very bright of me to pick us to move in like July.
Not a good choice, Johnny.
Not a good choice. Not a good choice. Now, I got to ask you though, since we're talking about things and good things, do you actually have water now out there in G-Town?
Man, we finally do have water out here. I thought that we were my wife and I were fixing to shoot one of them commercials. YouTube could sponsor a Germantown family for clean water for just 25 cents a day. You too could be part. I thought we were going to be on one of them commercials and got Sarah McLachlan in the background singing "In the Arms of an Angel." I mean, but we do finally got clean water out here, and so I mean, thank God.
Now you can shower. That's something that's crucial. I bet it was hard to go to work.
Now.
Where would you shower?
Well, I went down to Savannah. She got, Cleve and them. Savannah and Cleve are down there with John and Dorothy and Doc, and they're all down there, and Lindsay down there hanging out at Perdido Key on the beach.
Oh, so you're lucky. So you got to use their crib.
Oh, I got to use their crib while they were out, and we got to do, your household necessities over there and, shower and this and that over there. So I did run by the gym a few times and shower there. But, you got to make the best of it, Johnny, and that's just what we did. We're resilient people, just kind of like my gambling.
Yes. And one other thing, Bryant Dacus, his nickname's now Stankus because, dude, he doesn't have any water. He didn't have anybody to go stay with, and the only place he could shower was at the gym, and that's just nasty anyway. So poor Dacus.
You're trying to tell me Dacus couldn't get over to Jay Morgan's parents' house?
Jay Morgan wouldn't let him in the house. There's no way.
Man, that's unbelievable, Jay.
Oh, that's funny. Hey, Uncle Brasky, how's life treating you?
Man, it's been great. Just living the dream, Johnny.
Been down to Rafters lately?
I have. I took my grandkids. I'll never do that again. Down to Philadelphia, Mississippi water park and going to the Neshoba Fair. So it was an experience. Like I said, about once a year is enough for water parking with them. They don't want to ride nothing, scream and yell. It was really enlightening.
You know, a buddy of mine, actually, Matt, just went to Philadelphia, Mississippi last weekend to the water park, and you know what he told me? He said it was kind of crazy. He said he's never seen so many kids wearing life jackets to go down the slides. Like, if you go to a water park, shouldn't your kid be able to swim?
I would think so, but I didn't have to worry about that. Mine threw a fit about getting on any slide.
Oh, no. You got some soft ones.
Uncle Brad, tell them about the gambling you did down there. Tell them about the gambling you did down there.
Well, it's in the Neshoba County Share. I met Marcus Dupree, the greatest it never was. You ever seen that 30?
Oh, of course I have. Of course, man.
Yeah.
When he was at Oklahoma his freshman year, please.
He was down there at the Neshoba County Fair, and he had a horse running there, and I bet on it. And it ain't much either. It's about as slow as him now. They got little carriage races that go around, so it wasn't good either.
Yeah, don't back Marcus Dupree. By the way, man, he's one of those guys who's kind of been skating. Remember, he was also taking the welfare money down in Mississippi like Brett Favre.
Now.
Mm-hmm. Probably bought that slow horse.
They were doing that. They were doing that, going around speaking to kids and stuff like that. You got to pay them something. I mean, you know, it's a way to make a living.
I guess so. Now, we got to make a living. Before I get to our bets, did you have any other BS you got to get off your chest? Because I know that sometimes you get a little bit sidetracked when you got something on your heart.
No, really nothing, you know. Be sure you pay your donation to the University of Mississippi this week. They're back on their campaign of calling people to get donations, so I'll forward them your number so they can call you too, Johnny. Now that your daughter goes in.
That's right. They do send me many emails too, by the way. Now, I've got to ask you one other question. One team I just want to tell you, Uncle Brasky, I don't know if you know this information. It's extremely important when you're trying to pick your overs and under. Right now, Vegas has the line set at Auburn, 6.5 total wins. They have a very easy schedule for being over in the West. I was thinking over earlier, but I found out their running back, Jarquez Hunter, right now he's indefinitely suspended from the team. We don't have any updates on him because he shot a porno.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I thought he was an entrepreneur again. I mean, how many football players do you know was on Pornhub?
I mean, he wasn't wearing his jersey, was he? Was he wearing his jersey?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't wearing anything.
Yeah, right. You know, I'm sure I don't see anything wrong with it. Do whatever you want. You know.
It wasn't in the locker room like what was that team that Florida A&M got to shoot in a rap video in the locker room? He didn't shoot a porno in the locker room.
No, he did not. He did it in his own dorm.
Okay. I don't see what's the problem.
Hold on. If it was a dorm on campus, maybe they could say. But if it's just an own apartment or whatever, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. Was he over 18?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. The issue I think that the university had is they put it online for $5 to watch it, and at the top it says watch Auburn starting running back in a porno.
I don't see anything wrong with it. If we had cell phones like this back in the day, I'd have probably shot me with some of my own. We didn't have that stuff.
Yeah, we didn't have that opportunity. Ain't nobody pulling out one of those big old. Remember those what was it? Like you would put the cassette in it, and it would be like so big, and your dad would videotape you at Christmas.
Put it up on their shoulder.
That's called a DVR. That's a DVR, VHS cassette.
VHS cassette.
Whatever it was.
That was crazy back then, man. Yeah, that wasn't working, man. But now you can do selfies and all that good stuff. But, hey, look, he's going to be an entrepreneur when he gets a little bit older. Now, we got to get to some bets. Start us off, Money. What you got?
Well, Johnny, I did go 2-0 last week. I had Cubs and they beat the Cardinals, and I had that under in the USA Women Vietnam under the 6.5. I told you that was high. They
You
only
were right.
scored 3 goals. And, I think these women are under a little pressure a little bit, a little more than normal. They're on pressure to three-peat. They're kind of getting pressure socially, and they kind of put themselves out there like that. But remember, Johnny, I don't know your bankroll any more than you know mine. And with that being said, I'm taking the Marlins, the J. Morgan Marlins tonight on the money line minus the 155 over the Detroit Tigers. Tigers lost 3 in a row. They've been awful. They're trouting out some boy named Olsen, 1-4. He's been about a 10 ERA. So he's like giving it up. So I like the Marlins.
Reese Olsen does look like a 14-year-old, doesn't he, in his face?
Man, I looked at him. I said, what is this dude doing? He looks like he's ready to give up about 3-4 home runs. So I like the Marlins tonight on the money line, 155. Braxton Garrett's throwing for them boys. He's decent. What's he like, Jay Morgan? He's decent, isn't he?
He was the best pitcher for like 2 months on staff with Yuri Perez, but he has been awful over the last month. But I think it's reasonable enough to think he bounces back today.
I like that. Tigers. He's got a big old ERA too, though, doesn't he? He's got an okay record, but he's got a big old ERA too. So I do like the Marlins tonight on the money line, and they're at home. They were just come off a little road trip.
Tigers played a doubleheader yesterday.
They did. I was going to say they played the doubleheader yesterday against the Angels. I'm just saying that the Detroit Tigers are kind of in disarray. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're starting to call up their AAA guys. So I like the Marlins tonight on the money line.
And you know what else? I have a big feeling that the Tigers, the fact that they're in Miami to play the Marlins, they're not thinking about the game as much as they are when the game is over, what we're going to do down in Miami.
Correct. That's how you got to be. You're a Major League Baseball player in Miami. Some of them young men ain't never been there before, so they want to go check out South Beach, and they want to see what it's all about. Next thing you know, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. They said, oh, hell, we got to be to the ball field. So I do understand that, Johnny.
That's also how John handicaps every sporting event in Miami, too, is that they're going to be struggling and thinking about going out that night. At some point, it can't be true.
You got to take in all the factors. Which way does the ball bounce on the court,
I agree. Is it grass or is it hard
Correct.
court? Clay, thank you. Is it grass or is it clay? I usually prefer grass. What else you got for me?
I don't know how controversial this pick might be, but I got to looking at both these teams. This is a women's soccer game. The Portugal and United States, they play on Tuesday night, okay? The line is USA is -2. The over-under is 2.5.
Whoa.
Tell me how that works, okay? Unless I looked at it wrong, I don't think I did.
Nope.
So I'm taking the dog. I'm taking the Portugal women plus the 2 points. I'm not saying they USA don't beat them 1-0, but I like the +2.
I like that.
I like keeping it close.
I'm
they
with
played
you.
the Netherlands. The Netherlands only beat Portugal 1-0, and then USA tied the Netherlands. And so I think the Portugal women may have a little something to it. And the USA women, like I said, they're under a little pressure now. They've got a little social pressure. They three-peat pressure. So I like Portugal women +2 on Tuesday night. Get your bankroll right.
Portugal plus the 2. I dig it. Do you have those are your 2, right?
Those are my 2 picks, and Uncle Brasky and I, we went back and forth on his futures picks, so we'll have to let him tell you about it.
All right, what you got, Uncle Brasky?
All right, our futures pick for the week, we are taking Ole Miss over 7.5 wins.
Wow. I am a Ole Miss rebel. Like, I love them. My daughter cheers there. You know that. I go to all the games. I love them. Their schedule is brutal this year.
I understand that, Johnny, but I want you to think. You get your 4. You get UL Monroe, Georgia Tech, Tulane, and Mercer. You got
Tulane. You're automatically given the Tulane game a win in week 2 down in New Orleans.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
All right.
This is an SEC program. This isn't an AAC program. This in the Conference USA program. This is the SEC program. Okay. Now, all right, you got it. Then after those first 3 games, you go to Alabama. That's not going to be a nice one there, but then after that, we got LSU coming to Oxford.
That's a tough one right there.
That's a tough one, but it's winnable. Then we've got Vanderbilt coming to Oxford. There's your 5th win for sure. All right, you got an A&M team coming to Oxford. You don't know who the hell they are. I mean, you think Jimbo Fisher's really going to let Bobby Petrino call and plays? That slow, boring offense he's got?
Texas A&M. You know what? I'll give you Texas A&M, too. Vanderbilt, Texas A&M.
These all sound like wins to me, Uncle Brasky.
Exactly. Okay.
What about
then you got
Arkansas?
Arkansas comes to Oxford.
You know, I like the going to Auburn. I mean, again, if their starting running back can't play because he shot a porno, that helps.
And then
I like going to Bama.
Well, you got Georgia at home there, which I don't like that. But and you also got Mississippi State with a new coach, and now they're not gonna run air raid anymore. They're gonna run a pro style offense. They're saying.
Oh man! All right, we're going Ole Miss over 7.5.
7.5, and it's an even bet. -110, -110.
All right.
You know, so you're not giving up a bunch of juice on that. I like it.
I like it. I'll tell you one thing. If they start 3-0, I will feel a lot better. If they get that Tulane win down in New Orleans, that will be huge. I think they easily got Georgia Tech, Mercer, Tulane. I am scared of Alabama, LSU, Arkansas, Georgia, Texas A&M, and Mississippi State. They all scare me, man, because this one's in Starkville. Now,
right. It is a start.
So now, what else you got?
What else we're going to take? We're getting back in the Canadian Football League. I know we lost to Dimebag last week. They were inside the 10-yard line 3 times and did not win. Could not score a touchdown. The Hamilton Cats. So we're taking Chad Kelly and the Argonauts -5 in the first half. And then the Dimebag play of the week is going to be that game, the Argonauts game, over 47.5.
Over 47.5. I dig it. I
like it, Uncle Brasky.
I love it, guys.
They've been averaging about 35 a game. The Argonauts. Our only problem last week, the other team couldn't get in the end zone when they got down there. We got shot in the leg.
Well, I'm dying over here, and I'm about to choke on myself. So you gentlemen have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Yeah, that is gross.
Get your Tito's, Johnny.
It's Friday. I am. I'm going to go get me some Tito's so I can breathe again. Be blessed, gentlemen. We're taking a quick break. Closing thing out with Jay's Bet. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hey everybody, I'm out here at Olive Branch at All Star Chevrolet, and not only can you get a new Silverado this week, you can get financing as low as 1.9% and have a payment-free summer. And guess what? Your good credit deserves it. Come drive a Silverado or one of these Trailblazers or see Kevin or Jeff for a custom order. And if you're a first responder, educator, military, recent college grad, or healthcare professional, you get an extra $500 bonus cash. And Kevin and Jeff asked me to thank all of you who are bringing your cars and trucks here to sell, because All-Star is still paying crazy good money and can get you a check today, even if you still owe money on it. And All-Star's certified and pre-owned selection is loaded. Certified Silverados, Ram trucks, Jeeps, Corvette Stingrays, even Tahoes. And if you need service or maintenance, call Sean or Jeff in the All-Star Chevy Service Department. Remember, it's not the Pike, not South Haven, not Bartlett, Mount Moriah, or Collierville. It's got to be Olive Branch, people. So find new roads to All-Star Chevrolet today or go to allstarautogroup.com.
Barden Stone has been serving the Mid-South area for over 3 generations. What sets them apart and makes them unique, Landscape Stone Center? They have one of the largest selections with a wide variety of colors and sizes, all the way from cobblestones to garden rock and pebbles from ground cover. plus field stone and flagstone, stepping stones and stacking stones, even landscape boulders. In addition to a wide variety of stones and rocks, Barden Stone staff is very knowledgeable. Whether you're a homeowner, contractor, or design professional, Barden Stone can answer any question pertaining to the use of stones from A to Z. Barden Stone, they know stone inside and out. Barden Stone, 1 mile south of Park at 1557 Cherry Road. Barden Stone, open for you Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Call 901-683-8264 and visit Barden Stone.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. So you ordered a new air filter for your car. You try to install it, but it doesn't fit. So you take a little bit off the sides. What, still doesn't fit? Well, you could try to sit on it. Or get it right the first time with eBay Guaranteed Fit. When you see the check, you know that part's gonna fit. Air filters, brakes, headlights, over 122 million parts. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors, let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
If you're looking to stock up for your next summer barbecue, look no further than Memphis Barbecue Supply. Here at Memphis Barbecue Supply, we boast the largest selection of fuel and wood in the Mid-South. We have everything from chip, chunk, mini logs, and logs of wood. Additionally, we carry pellets in 14 different varieties, as well as 6 different briquette charcoal and 4 different lump charcoal. And our knowledgeable staff is always available to help with any questions you may have for your next cook. We can help you choose from our over 308 different rubs and sauces that we keep in stock. Memphis Barbecue Supply is located at 7041 Stage Road in Memphis, or you can order online at mbbqsupply.com. Follow us on all the social media platforms for recipes, new products, and barbecue news. So, the next time you're planning on cooking, keep us in mind. Memphis Barbecue Supply.
Hey Mid-South, the Mitsubishi Summer Sales Event has never been hotter than right now at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. How about 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander? 7 seats, 27 mpg combined. We Gossett at $449 a month. Or get ready to take your pick from 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander or 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, 420 total range, 64 combined mpge. Get ready to ride for just $499 a month at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. And you'll always get peace of mind with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Waste and excess mileage. Outlander PZ012158, MSRP 34555. Outlander SE PZ041164, MSRP 35585. PHEV PZ040302, 24-month, 12,000 miles per year. MSRP 48230. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan's on the other side. Sorry about the end of the last segment. I almost choked to death. Drinking almonds, chia seeds in your smoothie sometimes, if it goes down the wrong pipe, bad news. Just a little warning out there for you. Now, we have to get to a few bets. We got some baseball going on. Baseball is no day baseball. Drives me crazy, no day baseball. But tonight we got a lot of action. You already heard T-Money and Brasky, especially Money, he likes the Miami Marlins. Mr. Jay Morgan, who's been hotter than a firecracker lately, been tearing things up, hotter than Oppenheimer's nuclear bomb. Have you seen the movie yet, Jay? He said yes.
Oh, did I not have my mic on?
No.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
No, I did.
Was it as good as you expected?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. I don't know if that's a ringing endorsement.
No, it was good.
Now I need to know, how good are your plays today? Do we have any 3-star plays on your bets?
No.
2-star?
No.
1-star?
Yes, I have one-star play.
Start with the best.
Well, I didn't say it was the best. It's a one-star play. And you'll see why it might not be the best in a second. It's because it's a minus 145. It's Sonny Gray to strike out less than 5.5 people tonight. They're at the Royals tonight, and the Royals stink. Not a good hitting team. But in 9 of his last 10 games, Sonny Gray has had under 5.5 strikeouts. And Kansas City also doesn't strike out much this month of July. I believe they're bottom 10 in strikeouts this month. For that reason, under 5.5 strikeouts, even though it's minus 145. That's my one-star play today.
Man, you're laying some juice to go under 5.5.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lock. There's no way that doesn't hit.
Man, Minnesota's pitcher throws to a lot of contact, but he doesn't get it hit very hard. So that is a good thing for Mr. Sonny Gray and the Twins, who are playing good baseball. So I'll ride that with one. I kind of like that one. What do you think about the Mets minus 1.5 playing the Nationals? A weak hitting team, but this is a Mets team that, you know, they're getting rid of some pieces. They've already made some trades, and everybody out there knows Justin Verlander's on the bump. Are they going to throw in the towel like their owner, Steve Cohen?
Here's what I got for you, John. Mets had the 4th worst average and 5th worst OPS versus lefties. They also have the 7th most strikeouts against lefties. The Mets also have the 4th worst average in July. Mackenzie Gore, on the other hand, has a 7.04 ERA in July, but he shoved 5 scoreless against San Francisco his last outing. His last 6 first 5 innings, he's 0 runs, 1 run, 7 runs where there was 19 in the first 5, so that's an outlier. 1 run and 0 runs. I can reasonably say he gives up 1 run today. For that reason, I'm taking the Mets' first 5 total under 2.5 runs at minus 110. I think he goes over 5.5 strikeouts. That's at even money for Mackenzie Gore. And I also think Max Scherzer goes under 18.5 outs today. He hasn't gone that long in a game all season long, John. There's no way he goes over that today. That's what I like.
He hasn't finished the 6th inning this year?
No, that's not true. I don't know. I said that, but that's not accurate. There's a certain period of time.
Like in the last month, he hadn't gone over 6.
2 months even, I think is what it was. I can't remember exactly, and I don't have time to pull it up. We were short on time, but that's what I've got.
Well, we also have 3-0 Xavier Curry on the bump for Cleveland, and we have 0-3 Tui Toussaint pitching for the White Sox.
Tukey, former Brave.
Yep. Well, he's not having a very good year. He's also playing for the White Sox. I like the Guardians on the road minus 135.
You just got that starter was just announced, John. So you're at that game probably before anybody.
Man, that's what I try to do, man. I try to be first. Because you know what? If you're not first, you're last. That's always according to Ricky Bobby. Did you know that?
True. Oh, I got another star, John. 20 seconds. Oh, my gosh. Under 4.5 runs, Angels, Blue Jays. Giolito's first start. I take him to shove today. Kevin Gausman, I take him to shove. I see too many 2 runs given up in the first 5 to not take under 4.5 today. Minus 105.
I love it. I love it. That was Jay Morgan. I'm John Harden. Go out there and get you some Tito's. Get out there and make the world a better place. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace.
Homer